Hi everyone, it's Miss Bergalassi. Today I'm going to show you how you're going to create a 1-inch grid in your sketchbook. Right? So first you're going to need a ruler, and you are going to put your sketchbook so it is vertical, which that means you have your rings up top. The first thing that you're going to do is line up your ruler with the 0 mark on the left side of your sketchbook. All right. So notice that my ruler ends, and that's the 0. Some rulers, depending on your ruler, might have a little space and then a mark that says 0. So make sure you're lining it up to the 0. So I'm going to make sure that it's right at the edge. My 0 is right at the edge of my paper. And I'm going to make little ticks, little dots on each inch. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So notice that our sketchbooks are 8.5. So you have this 1/2 inch over there all the way at the other side, okay? So now what you're going to do is bring your ruler down all the way to the bottom, okay? Line it up with the edge. Make sure, again, that 0 is on the left side. And make little marks again at each inch. Notice that you have another 1/2 here. So you have the 1/2 here and the 1/2 here at the top. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your ruler and you're going to line up your dots. Okay? So make sure you line your 1-inch dot up with the dot at the bottom. Okay? And some people have a hard time lining these up, and I'm going to show you a little trick that I have. Okay? And that's where I hold my pencil, and then I let my ruler hit my pencil, and then I sort of pivot. See how I'm like pivoting until I hit the other mark. Okay, so make sure that they're exactly on the dot. Let me see if I can zoom in. Okay, your ruler should be right on the dot. Okay. You want to make sure that you put your lines directly through the dots. If it's a little off, your grid will be off. Right? This is going to be used to create a proportionate drawing from your photograph. Okay? So do that quickly, carefully. Let's do it carefully rather than quickly. And you want these lines to be extremely light. Okay, you really don't want them to be very dark. Okay. I'm putting them a little darker in the video so that you can see them, but when you have it in your sketchbook, please make sure to draw as lightly as you can, as you can. All right, now I'm gonna move my sketchbook so it's horizontal, lengthwise. And I'm gonna do the same thing at the top. Okay, I am going to put my ruler all the way at the left, make sure it's lined up, and make little dots at every inch. Make sure you're doing it at the inch mark. And be very careful. I'm doing it from 1 to 11, so notice how it stops at the 11 mark because our sketchbooks are 8.5 by 11. So now I'm going to put it all the way at the bottom, make sure it's completely lined up, and do my marks again. If I'm going to have you guys turn these in at the end of the period so I can check them, making sure that your lines are straight, making sure that you don't have any strange angles happening. You want them to be boxes, okay? You want them to be squares, 1-inch by 1-inch squares. And there you have a 1 inch by 1 inch square grid.